Bigfoot with their self-titled debut album, 11 tracks for 56 minutes. Like I said, debut album from the UK, 5-piece, released October 2017 via Frontiers. 4 singles were released in the promo cycle: Karma, Forever Alone, Tell Me a Lie, and The Fear. The band formed in 2014 and caught the attention of Frontiers on the back of their 2 previous EPs. Out of this week and next week, there were some audience requests that I took into account, and this is one of those. So who's going first on this one?
Yeah,
cool. Go for it.
I've never heard of this band before, and I had no idea what to expect. Especially with the name, it didn't really give me a hint. Sometimes the name will give you an idea.
Yeah.
But this got me right from the start, opening up with a catchy riff that's got some balls and not through overly distorted guitar tone. It's down to the guitarist's attitude, the way he was playing it. It's almost like that first time you hear rock and roll, it grabs you by all the senses. This was actually really cool to hear. What a great band this is. It's a cool album. If I was going to compare them to anyone, the closest I would come to would be The Cult. The singer's got a bit of an Ian Astbury sound going on. But not to say it's a clone in any way, it just reminded me of that a bit. There's some clever lyrics on display here. The first song, Karma, has the line, "You say that life's a bitch, but you can blame yourself." I like it when they take something familiar and add something fresh to it. It's good wordplay. There's some flashy but tasteful guitar solos throughout and some really nice melodic lines as well. Some subtle gang vocals as well. Overall, what they do, what's there in the music is there to serve the songs, not their ego. 3 songs in, I was thinking, wow, I'd love to hear this band do a ballad. And credit to the album structure, that's what came next. Forever Along is, and that was a really nicely done slow song. Great diversity throughout the album too. I'll be listening to this a lot more and keeping my eye on Bigfoot. I think they've got a big future. They're not reinventing the wheel or anything. It's rock and roll and it's done well. And it's the right combination of musicians writing good songs together. I could see these guys touring with Alter Bridge or Blackstone Cherry. Overall, I gave it 8 out of 10. Karma, The Fear, Tell Me a Lie, Forever Alone, and Freak Show were my standouts.
Nice.
I'll have a go. Yeah, look, big, chunky rock and roll. These guys were using all the tools at their disposal really well. Great vocal harmonies, great guitar harmonies, and at no point did it feel overproduced to me where these guys couldn't get on stage and sound this fucking good. I thought it was just a really, really full sounding album with no tricks, and I really, really enjoyed it. Love to see it live. Rhythm section was really, really dialed in. They got their funk on a bit in a couple of tracks, so Eat Your Words and Tell Me a Lie, which I really love that. It's a great rock album. I thought it was a great blues album. It's a great funk album. A fantastic debut album. Loved it. I gave it 9 out of 10.
Nice.
Eat Your Words, Tell Me a Lie, and The Fear for me.
Nice. Cool. Go on,
yeah, I'll go. Annoyingly, my iPad ran out of ink because I got it his head and it didn't end well.
I know what it's like, mate. Trust me.
It sucks. Well played. Well played.
Very annoyed that I forgot my notes, but I really, really like this album. I remember really liking it on listen. The Fear was the song that stuck out for me, and Freak Show I loved. Nice. I do remember listening to it going, man, some chick really pissed this dude off. There was quite a few songs in reference to, you know, well, Karma's a bitch, blame yourself. There was quite a few tracks that had that vibe to it, but it wasn't Suki Lala. It was done really well. I loved it, and Freak Show and The Fear, and sorry, my bad. Tricky out.
I've never heard of this band. Same as Dave said. Straight up hard rock. It's pretty impressive. This is definitely one of the better traditional hard rock bands that I've heard for a while. Now, I don't know if you'll agree with this being a massive Guns N' Roses fan, but I heard a bit of a Guns N' Roses influence in the music.
I get the idea, but not with the attitude.
The vocals are nothing like that. It didn't
have that street anger. But I get the...
I thought the guitars were a little bit, you know...
Yeah, I get it.
Classic rock thing. Singer's pretty damn good. He's got a very strong, big, hard rock voice. A lot of modern hard rock bands, they have vocalists that just don't cut it these days. This guy, his name's Anthony Ellis. He's very good. The production's great. Big sound. It's what you would expect from a band like this. I think if you love your traditional hard rock, classic rock, check this band out because they are one of the better ones out there. Now, like Nicky, my pen actually ran out right at the end of this.
iPad battery went flat. Hey?
Yes, my iPad battery went flat, so I forgot to write down this. Well, I didn't forget, but I just couldn't write it down because of the pen issue. It seems to be a big thing at the National Australia Bank. Anyway, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty cool album.
Oh, here we go.
Follow all that.
Yeah, I know. A lot of reviewers out there, because I do the research, a lot of people are comparing this band to Taiketo.
Oh yeah, I read that too. Yes.
It's funny how they also recently supported Taiketo on the back of that, and the singer Anthony Ellis also has vocals on one of the tracks on the new Jeff Scott Soto album as well. So he's got a bit of pedigree to this one. Yeah. This is a longer album, like I was saying, 56 minutes before, but it's a grower. Give this one a few spins to really appreciate it, I reckon. Don't just give it the one spin. It's melodic, riff-driven hard rock with some great use of groove. And there's lots of light and shade on this one as well. I think there are some really ballsy riffs and rhythms, along with some really well done soft moments to really give it that balance. Production's pretty good. Everything is pretty well laid and captured. I think the final mix could have done with a little bit more air in it. But overall, it's only a minor observation, not a big thing for me. It's just me being fussy, which we all know by now. But I love the use of the panning and effects done in the right places and the right times. It was really well done. The vocals are well done too. Not a huge vocal range, but the application and the class is really well done. The backing vocals and harmonies are well done to suit that as well.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a bit of class about that whole element with this band, and solid writing backs that up. They know where to leave space in the song, which is nice. They've got some really good feel in their songwriting. Fucking good stuff there. Some nice hooks and lead guitar work as well. The little things like there's a touch of a brass section here or there, and other things that are done really well. And didn't pick up on the brass.
I did.
Yeah,
I did. There was some sax. I
had
some
there was some brass section.
Always good.
Yeah, it was always good to get a little bit of ear candy when it's laid in right, and I really did pick up on that. I thought it was really well done. And the album is well served dynamically with the track order as well. It flows well, the peaks and troughs are certainly present. Overall, this album feels much more like a genuine classic rock record than a lot of what comes out of the US market right now, in my opinion. Lots of little things break up the album nicely. They've done a longer album well. Great use of groove and changes to really make sure you stay locked in on this one. And a lot of these tracks will go really well live, which I think is what you were tying into there. I think there's some great live moments in this. And the lyrics are pretty well written as well. Good anthem songs on here, which would be, again, tying it to live environment. Only a couple of moments that don't convince me completely, but those are in moments in turn make sure things are broken up. So it just really, it all serves the album at the end of the day. You've got to give a little nod to the last track, Yours. It goes for almost 9 minutes and it's really well done. So credit for that one. It's one of those ones where the more you spin it, the more you enjoy it. Well worth listening to if you like hard rock, which is why you should be watching this fucking show anyway. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. I picked Tell Me You're Alive, Freak Show, Forever Alone, and Uninvited. So that's it from us. Give us your thoughts and check it out for yourselves.
Yeah.
Speak.